What is going on, guys? I'm Shadow.
And Ghost.
And Jess.
From Scully Gaming, bringing you some Minecraft fucking gameplay. Now in Minecraft, we're doing a 4-player split screen. We're going to try this out. It worked really well for the gameplay we were doing today, which is like a lava jump type of deal. We're going to try to do competitive gameplay against each other, just to make it more interesting, instead of running around building houses and fucking circle jerking each other. So in this game, you pretty much just have to jump the blocks to the end, don't fall in the lava, and first one there wins. And this shit was fucking hard.
Yes, it was, actually. I thought it was going to be easy, because, you just jump block to block. But the way you had it set up was actually very, very difficult. I thought, like, when I played, like, Mario, how you do that cheat where you go on the edge of the block and jump. Getting a jump in Minecraft is actually tricky, because I'm new to it, actually. So, getting it down, trying to figure out where to jump and how to jump and where to go was pretty cool. Even though you created the level,
it was a bitch.
You had trouble with it. So you kind of had an advantage, but you didn't.
No, not at all. And the thing is, I made it 2.5 weeks ago, so remembering where every block was, not only that, but most of the blocks were surrounded by lava. So if you hit that block wrong, you were on fire. So either way, you were fucked.
Yeah, and I knew I was screwed from the beginning because I can't jump in Minecraft to save my life.
And you fell in the first 2 seconds of the game.
Yeah, I did.
And then for the next 20 minutes.
Yeah, because like I said, I suck at jumping.
But if you guys notice, around 15, 16 minutes, we start skipping the first part. Pretty much however far you made it is a checkpoint. We figured we'd give ourselves that leeway because we didn't want the video going over a half hour. That's why everybody's kind of running farther up except for Jess.
Because she can't get past
until the last 10 minutes. But we'll let you guys see that. But pretty much we just want to talk about Minecraft to start. Like, we want to do a weekly co-op type of deal if we can get at least 3 or more of us playing. Maybe down the road even subscribers once we start getting more. But we're going to try the 4-player split screen, and then we're going to try single-player screen because we only have the one capture card. So we didn't know how it would play out. That's why we started with the split screen.
Actually, I think the recording came out pretty good from what I've seen of the capture. It actually has our names and stuff, so you can follow which ones is which.
Yeah, follow your favorite, like Shadow. And other than that, I mean, I had fun. I really did. I thought it was a good time, even though I got frustrated at some points.
Oh, it was very frustrating, but it was good. It wasn't like, like a 2-minute challenge or anything. It was really, really hard. I mean, there's times where I like where you put the ice block for the second block.
Yep.
I wish there was a little bit more of the ice blocks.
Well, the ice blocks were hard because if you get too close to the lava, they'll just melt.
Oh, okay.
So that was the only spot where they wouldn't fucking melt. We were trying to put them actually farther into the map, but it wouldn't work because we wanted to make sure. There was parts of that map where if you fell, you could survive. That's why we implemented the lava. So no matter where you fell, you were fucked. There was no way you were going to survive. Like, that whole ravine was already there. We just dug it wider and then just filled it with lava.
So what made you think of this challenge? Like, what, made you decide, like, hey, you know what, this is the challenge we're going to do this week?
Well, we built the town, which took about easily 20 hours. That was the hardest part. And then I wanted to do something that I haven't seen on YouTube yet, because I know there's a lot of people that play Minecraft. Obviously, we're playing it on the Xbox because we only have one computer, so that wouldn't really work too well, but we would like to play it on the PC one day. But I wanted to do something challenging for the first one, kind of get us all, pumped to play the next game, and then the next game. I want each game to be better than the last, and I think I did pretty well. I mean, we built about 5 games ahead, which you guys haven't seen yet. I don't even remember half of them now as it is. I couldn't even remember how to get to this one before we even started recording. But yeah, so I'm hoping down the road we can get like live feeds as we're playing through the headsets, to give the subscribers more in depth of what we were thinking and talking about as we were playing. But this one we're just hopping, so there's nothing really you guys can hear except just saying shit every 2 seconds, literally every 2 seconds. For about a half hour.
Not every 2 seconds. I had longer time spans before I said shit again.
But yeah, I think Minecraft is a good game. I mean, it was one of those, I didn't really want to play it when it first came out because I heard about it and it didn't seem like my kind of game, but I played the demo and I got hooked. I must have played that game for a whole fucking weekend once I first downloaded it.
You got yourself stuck in this little tiny hole. That was the most fun.
I didn't know how to fucking make a fucking torch. I didn't know. I didn't play the tutorial.
You could fight charcoal for like 2 freaking days. It was hilarious.
I still don't know what the fuck that thing was that attacked me at night. I couldn't see shit because my TV was so dark.
I got a new
That
TV,
was
so
even better.
Yeah, I finally got flat screen. I fucking upgraded in life.
you know, I just want to input that when I heard about Minecraft, you know, I saw videos, and I was like you. I was like, you know, what is this? This is stupid. But even when I started playing it for I think I played it an hour and a half to build my
Build your house and your sign.
And
yeah.
you know what? The idea of it is nuts. The things you can create out of the game, it's fun. Like my house, if you guys get a chance to see it, it's
Yeah, we'll do a tour.
Yeah. It's actually based off of Castlevania. I'm a huge Castlevania fan, and I said I was waiting for Saints Row the 4. Yeah.
Yeah, and Dark Shadows or whatever the fuck it's
Well,
called.
I'm preferring Dark Shadows. Yeah, Castlevania, Lord of Shadows.
Lord of the Dance.
Lord of the Dance, whatever. But it's coming out this winter. I know. It looks really, really good.
It does. I mean, I'm not a Castlevania fan. I haven't liked it since probably the Nintendo's. Because I played, the last one I played was on 64, so I didn't really give it a chance, but that one was fucking horrible.
Well, one of the best is on PS2 called Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
I think that's actually on Xbox.
Yes,
now,
it
isn't
is. We should do a Let's Play through that.
You can pay to download it.
I'm the one with the job, so yeah,
I'll
no,
have to
it's
fucking turn tricks to buy that.
it's a very good Castlevania game.
Good luck with that.
Hey, I'm sexy.
It's made by
Sure.
Konami, because Konami does Castlevania, I guess.
Konami does some good games.
Yeah, like Metal Gear and stuff. But
Metal Gear, you know, I think they did Contra too.
Yep, Contra.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
I love Contra.
I hate it.
I think we talked about Contra last time though.
Yeah, we
But
did.
back on the subject of Minecraft a little bit, it was cool because I made like did my best. I'll probably improve as we go along, but I did my best. Like, you know, in Castlevania, you go up the long staircase to fight Dracula. So I did that in honor of what game I enjoyed the most when I was a kid. So it was cool to see my dream become a reality in a game. Yeah, it's a game. I wish I had a house like that, but whatever.
The
It was
thing is,
cool.
you can always expand. That's the good thing about Minecraft. There's no limit to how far you can go.
You can hit the edge of the world.
Yeah, I did that
but-
with our sign, but I
Yeah.
mean, not that, but like, you know, imagination-wise, you can build. Like, I built Ghost a fucking big dick house until he finally got in to play the game. It was just a big dick shooting cum everywhere, and it was great. Had a little bed on the nut. It was awesome. I enjoyed it.
Wasn't there like a sheep on that bed doing weird stuff for a while too?
Oh yeah, there was a sheep getting
Or was
freaky.
it an octopus?
Oh, it was a squid. Yeah, the squid somehow glitched onto his nut and was just eating it. Fucking weird. But that's what you get in Minecraft. You get like cows riding in minecarts, sheep riding in minecarts. I mean, I've seen some weird shit playing this game. I'll tell you what.
You know, I remember before we started capturing, I was trying to get in a minecart and, you know, push it to get... I had so much trouble with that. It was just nuts. And then you guys came back to give me a push, and then I did it. You know, I need a special ed push, but I managed to...
Yeah, you left 15 carts on the track.
I kept on sending them down the track and gotta, you know, mine them all and stuff. It was funny. I kind of wish we kind of captured before that, but then it would have been way over the 30-minute mark.
Yeah, that was about 15 minutes right there of just getting everybody to the house. Because we tried to build the house to where you'd sleep there, so every time you died, you could just run out. You didn't have to start back in the town. 'Cause that would be a pain in the ass. That would have been like a 2-hour video.
Also, I would like to say is, with this video, I'm glad somebody actually completed this course and won. So, just in case...
We're not going to tell you who, though.
Right. Because then it shows this thing is possible to do. Even though it was the pain in the ass, there's times where I was even swearing, saying, fuck, shit, damn, eat a dick, you know, whatever.
Eat 2 dicks.
So, you know, it was good to see that it was possible to finish it. So if, like, one of our subscribers wants to try it out, our games or anything, they can be, okay, this is plausible. You know, it's not impossible.
That's the thing. I mean, each gameplay that we made is different. You know, there's not another jumping one, at least yet, that we've made. I mean, I had an idea for one that we might try out down the road, but each game that we've created so far is different. which makes it more interesting. So you guys want to play every week. You know, it's not, oh great, another jumping thing. Oh great, another fucking circle jerk or whatever the hell you want to play next. You know, it's something different.
Oh, I agree. Also, too,
It gets hard after like the first 5 games. We're trying to figure out what the hell to make now, but
why don't you tell the folks that's watching this video about the second challenge? A little bit of a taste of next week challenge.
no.
No?
They can wait.
They can wait. All right.
Build the
No
suspense.
spoilers here. No spoilers here, folks. I'm sorry. Let's try and get Shadow to tell you a little bit more about the second challenge. But
I'm not that easy.
at
I'm
least
easy.
at least buy a drink first, right?
Yeah, drink and maybe a steak.
Really? Steak?
Oh, hell yeah.
Or White Russian. I mean, come on.
Give me a few White Russians. I'm set.
That's from the Big Lebowski.
Big Lebowski?
Lebowski, yeah.
Lebowski.
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 Lebowski. Whatever.
It's a Russian movie now.
So what about other 8-bit games that you enjoyed when you were a kid there, Shadow? Since we're playing Minecraft, it's 8-bit, so I kind of figured, we talk about some video games that like that are 8-bit.
Oh, man, I could fucking go on for days on the 8-bit games I liked. But as a kid, I used to play, like, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out constantly. I'd always get to Tyson and get my ass beat.
There's a little fact. When you fight Tyson in Mike Tyson Punch-Out, you got like a minute and 30 seconds to dodge his punches, or
Yep.
else if you get hit once,
You're fucked.
you're done. You get knocked down. But if you manage to dodge and hit him in his stomach, it's very, very hard to do because Mike Tyson's fast, which is like crazy for a Nintendo game. But if you hit him in the stomach, you instantly knock him out.
No shit.
So it's a give in that like minute and like 30 or whatever of that he's like basically one hit knockout to you. You can do the same thing to him. So, but it's hard to do. It's not easy. I haven't even beat Tyson.
I beat him once. The whole time I've ever played that game. But, I mean, I used to play a lot of co-op with my cousin when we were kids because I'd spend the whole summer down here at his house. And, I mean, we used to play, like, Contra together, River City Ransom, which to this day is still in my top 5 favorite Nintendo games. That's just a fun game in general. I mean, Skate or Die was a great one. TNC Surfing was an awesome game.
Ninja Gaiden.
Fuck Ninja Gaiden. That game is too hard. Same thing with the Karate Kid. They always have that jump back feature. Every time you get hit, you bounce back and fucking fall down a hole. And I hated that shit.
You know what I like about the 8-bit gaming was even you play them time and time again and again and again, and it's the same, when you have the enemy come across the screen to the left, you know what's coming ahead, but you always get your ass kicked.
Oh, yeah.
What I like about the 8-bit gaming is that it's still hard to this day. Like Contra, even with the 30 lives, I still die at least 25 times.
Yeah, you do.
I do. I mean, I still get my butt kicked, but that's what makes old games really good. Like even Battletoads, it all was based on memory with 8-bit gaming. You gotta know what's coming ahead. You had to plan for it. You had to memorize it.
Even if you did, like Double Dragon, you could still get overtaken and get your ass beat. I mean, that was another game where it was fun, but it was so fucking hard. Like the helicopter fight, even before you get in it, or when you're in it and you get sucked out. I mean, those games were a bitch back then. Kids today have no fucking idea how hard video games were. Even on like Super Nintendo and Sega, there were still hard games. Like Link to the Past, that was probably like one of the longest RPG games I played back then.
Yes. Yep.
I mean, that thing had a huge save system because it took me forever to beat it.
But that was Zelda. That was probably my next favorite, because my first favorite was Castlevania on Nintendo, which was a bitch. You know what sucks about Castlevania is
The Medusa heads.
The Medusa heads, yes. But besides that, it's a hard game, and it's rewarding when you beat it.
Now, was the first one the one where you had to like crouch in the corner to get the tornado, or is that the second one?
That's the second one. We don't talk about Simon's Quest.
Ah, fuck that game.
You pretty much picking up Dracula's bones.
Right.
It's like if I don't know, Batman killed the Joker, and then he went on a scavenger hunt for his bones to revive him because he misses them.
Sounds like a Freddy Krueger plot.
Yeah.
Second movie. Was second movie? No.
I've got no idea.
I'll think about it. I think it was the sixth movie, actually. I haven't watched Freddy in a while, but Freddy is my man, sexually.
And partner.
Lovely.
Oh yeah. But back on topic for 8-bit, I mean, Jess over here, she loves Kirby, and she actually started playing the Nintendo version of Kirby not too long ago.
Kirby is the best ever. He was one of the first ones that I ever played. And you're such an ass. The new one that they have out for the Wii, that one right there is actually pretty good. It's very enjoyable. I think it's limited edition, so if you didn't get it, you might be screwed and you might have to pay a shit ton more money for it, but I pre-ordered mine when it came out.
No, I pre-ordered it for you.
Whatever, same difference. I still have it, and it's still the best.
Yeah, I mean, I think every Kirby game was. I mean, Return to Dreamland was really good. I mean, even though we got pissed off at each other about that.
Well, yeah, because, you know, I suck at video games.
But we never played Epic Yarn yet, though. But that looked interesting.
Yeah, I wasn't really into that one, I don't think.
I want to try it at least once. I mean, it looks like a good game. It really does. But I like how they're bringing some of the side-scrolling back, at least on the Wii. Like Donkey Kong, Mario, they brought back to the side-scrolling.
I hate side-scrolling games.
I love it.
I hate it.
Fucking hate 3D sometimes in old games. Like, I can't do it sometimes. That'd be like playing fucking Duck Hunt and you have to, like, do a 360 to shoot the fucking ducks.
That would be fine by me.
No way.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Yep.
So some of my side-scrolling I'd enjoyed was, of course, Ninja Gaiden, even though I got my ass kicked.
I never beat that fucking game.
Ren and Stimpy, even though that was a little bit better graphics. But
I remember that game.
But, you know, playing that
hated
as a side-scroller was great, you know?
I liked RoboCop and Batman for the Nintendo. Those games were awesome. I mean, RoboCop was the first game where you could actually pull the gun up out of his leg. I thought that was awesome. And those like quick little like cutscenes of his armor before each level, which was cool. Even though I had no idea what half the shit was you were fighting in the game, but it's like weird Popeye guys and shit.
Not to mention the soundtracks to the 8-bit, even 16-bit, were actually very enjoyable. I even like listening to the soundtracks of those games. Like some of those stages, just if you hear a Contra, you know,
I have Contra as a ringtone.
Exactly, it's just so great to hear.
Double Dragons, River City Ransom. I mean, fucking 8-bit sounds were awesome. Now games put in like fucking artist songs, and I don't want to hear fucking rap songs every 10 minutes I fucking play a game. Like I love the new Fight Night for, well, it's not new anymore, but for Xbox, and every fucking song is a goddamn rap song, and I could give two shits about it. So let me beat somebody's ass, you know?
Well, that was good about the 8-bit and 16-bit. They had to put effort into the music. You know, they actually, I think, composed all that music. It wasn't, no artist or whatever in that nature. They actually had to put effort into the music that they were creating. And it's rememberable as a player.
Oh, yeah, especially like Mega Man. Mega Man, every boss you fought had a different fucking, like, song track to them, you know? Which was awesome. Because then you differentiated between each boss.
It's kind of funny. I have a buddy of mine who can actually go from Mega Man 2 to Mega Man 9, and if you play the boss scene to like whoever Mega Man fights, he can name it right off the bat in like a second and a half, maybe 2 seconds.
I don't even remember the fucking bosses in any of those games. I used to get my ass beat. Mega Man was a hard series, but fun. Not Mega Man X, just fucking Mega Man.
I didn't mind Mega Man X as when I played it when it came out. I enjoyed Mega Man X4 where you could be Zero because Zero was fucking badass.
Yeah.
And I have a thing for swords, so Zero uses a sword, like a lightsaber sword, whatever.
I don't remember who the hell Zero is.
He's the blonde dude that saves you in 10, where, well, I don't think, was he blonde?
I don't know. The only ones I know of is Proto Man and Bass Man or Bass Man or whatever the fuck his name is. I always liked Proto Man. I mean, he was cool.
You could
He
actually
had the shield and shit.
Yeah, you could actually play Proto Man, I believe, in Mega Man 9.
And you get his costume in Dead Rising 2 off the record. And you get Mega Man's in Dead Rising. And Arthur's from Ghosts and Goblins and Dead Rising 2. Which were all Capcom games, by the way.
I also wanted to say, since we're on 8-bit and comparing things right now, is that, you know, you have your 8-bit and 16-bit, which is memory, and then you have today games that basically, you know what's good, well, I'm going to say this. What's good about the 16-bit and 8-bit gaming is that you knew what to do. like, you knew just go to the right. You had 2 buttons and a D-pad. You didn't need a whole big tutorial to be like...
Well, depending on the game. I mean, there was some games where they were actually 3D. I mean, the first Legend of Zelda was the first game that implemented a save file. And I don't remember any other game that did that back then. Even Final Fantasy, you had to play through the whole fucking game without turning your system off. And there's a lot of them, like Mendel's Palace was a side-scroller kind of like Mario until you got into the thing and it was actually 3D. It was the other way, you know? I mean, it implemented that really early on in systems. Even Atari had games like that. Most of the Atari games were like that. I think side-scrolling was more of a Nintendo thing than anything.
Well, as I said, you knew what to do. Like, you knew to go to the right. Contra, everything is to the right. You had a jump button and a shoot button. And all you need to do is dodge bullets and shoot up people. You know, it was simplistic. In a newer age, one of my favorite series is the Resident Evil series. And I like the first one so much because I remember playing that. I didn't go look up strategy guide. I didn't have a strategy guide.
I don't think there was internet when that came out.
Yeah, exactly. But what was so
you
good
had to
about
go to
it...
the library and fucking ask the librarian how to play the game.
What was so good about it is you're stuck in a mansion. I was playing Chris.
Wait, hold on. Before you get farther, libraries are places where you get books. Since, you know, kids don't know what books are anymore. Since they have internet and shit.
So I was playing Chris.
Really?
And you get to the part where you pick up Jill's gun. And it's like, okay, you're in a mansion. Where do you go? And for probably about like an hour and a half, I did not know where to go.
Nope.
It was great. It bring the aspect of, you know, oh, don't have like a pointing arrow, like, oh, go this way. I mean, as you play the game of Resident Evil, you slowly pick up like, oh, okay, I need to get this key. And then you just investigate and eventually you figure stuff out, which I like. So, that's my personal opinion on that. Older games tend to, you know what to do because it's right there in your face. And new games, like...
Well, not all old games. Well, I mean, there's, like, fucking Turtles. We were talking about in our Turtles video. That game was a bitch. Like, there's that one part where you're running up on the top and there's the trucks that chase you.
Yep.
You go in the wrong fucking door, you're gonna go through that whole fucking level, realize you went the wrong way, have to go all the way back through the fucking level, and... Some of those games were just, I would refuse to play them again. There's games I won't even touch. I've sold games because I won't fucking play them because of that shit, you know?
No, I agree with that. You know, there's some games like that, but majority, like, I was like, what, half and half? The old games, like, some games you just knew what to do.
Yeah, and some games you had no idea.
Which,
more of the mainstream games you knew what to do, but if you picked up a game that, you know, wasn't really well received or not abundance in copies... I guarantee you had no fucking clue what the hell you were doing.
Like Metal Gear for Nintendo.
I have no idea how to play that game.
That's the typical, because you have no idea where to go.
Nope.
It's and when you go off screen and back on screen, the enemies respawn. So you gotta kill all the enemies or sneak by them all again. You know, so yeah, I can see.
I remember I played a game. It was like an anti-terrorist type game where you're shooting guys through windows and shit. I still have no idea what the fuck the point of that game was to this day. But, like, I even liked... My favorite game, sports-wise, because I hate sports games, was Tecmo Super Bowl for the Nintendo. That still, to this day, is my favorite...
Didn't you have me trying to play that game
Not yet.
at one point? And
Not yet.
Didn't I completely suck at it? I know you had me playing some football game. You expected me to know exactly what I was doing, and I had no clue. It was for Nintendo. One of them.
It was probably NFL Blitz.
Yes, that's the one. And that is horrible.
That's
Fun
a great
game.
game.
Fun game.
Horrible!
Hours of gameplay on that.
Oh, yeah. I still have that game. But, like, old games, too, like, even if they weren't for Nintendo, but, like, 16-bit games like Golden Axe was side-scrolling, and Gauntlet Legends, I mean... There were so many good side-scrolling games, just in general, that I enjoyed. But, like I said, I mean, Battletoads is still number one for me. There's no other game I play or own more of.
And it's a pain in the ass, too.
That's why I like it, though.
Yeah.
I mean, the characters look great. The game looks great for its time. I mean, it still stands. The only one I don't own is the one arcade version of the game, which you can only buy the arcade system. That's the only time it ever came out. Because they made it a bloody version of it.
Really? I didn't know about that.
Yep. It was the last Battletoads game they ever made, and I'm hoping down the road we'll see a new one, or even just bring the old ones back HD made, like they've been doing with like Capcom and shit. I'd enjoy that. Give me the same fucking game. Just update the graphics. I'll play it. I don't give a shit. I mean, they did that with Punch-Out. When they put it out for the Wii, it was pretty much the same game, 90% of the same characters. So instead of Mike Tyson, you fight Donkey Kong. Because it's fucking Nintendo, and they gotta capitalize on it.
So, I just wanted to say about the newer generation of gaming is that they always are trying to, put out new stuff, which is great, whatever, in that nature. But I think they, as you were saying, is do like a remake of like high definition, like the same game, whatever.
Well, that's why people want Final Fantasy VII just
remade.
Don't fucking change it.
Yeah.
Just give us the Advent Children graphics. That's all we want. It's not that hard, Problem is, they make like fucking all these games and game sequels that nobody gives a shit about. You really think I want to play fucking Final Fantasy 13 Part 9 or whatever the fuck it's on now? No, I don't. And the people that buy that are so engrossed in just the name Final Fantasy. That's all it is now, is a name. Call of Duty is a name. Battlefield's just a name. Halo's just a name. There's no fucking point in it. Like, GTA is a name, but at least GTA is fun. Mm-hmm. I fucking never finished GTA 4. I just run around shooting people and launching people out of the fucking cars. That's all I do. I've never fucking beaten that game yet.
I can't even get past the first mission in that game.
Exactly.
Where you gotta take the girl on the date. Like, you have to go bowling. How do you bowl in GTA?
I
mean, really.
I did that date and I fucking hit a tree and she launched out the window. And she got back in the car and they did the cutscene and her face was just bleeding. Yeah. And she's just like, I had a great time. And I'm like, no shit! Are you doing cocaine or PCP? You didn't feel it?
It's a hell of a drug.
But, I mean, it's all name brand. Like, Capcom puts out Resident Evil, but it's just Resident Evil. I mean, there's no real, like, Bethesda or wherever the fuck they're called. I can't say their name.
Bethesda.
Whatever. They're putting out Evil Within, which they said is going to be a return to survival horror. The guy that made the first Resident Evil is the one doing this game, and it looks fucking awesome. And that's what we want. We want survival horror. We don't want survival action. I don't want Resident Evil 6 where I can fucking scratch my ass because I have worms in it for fucking 20 minutes, or roll around because it's fucking fun. I want a game where I'm fucking doing tank controls, spinning in a circle, and spending 2 hours trying to find a fucking diamond key. That's what I want.
It makes it more enjoyable. When you beat the game, you got that accomplishment. Like, wow, this was not only an enjoyable game, but it was a hard game as well.
I remember my parents bought me Resident Evil 2. I was 8 years old for the fucking 64. It was the first game I got. I got the gold edition with Legend of Zelda. I still have the controller. And I couldn't get past the fucking streak for the first 2 weeks I played the game because I had no fucking idea what to do. But I didn't stop playing it. I kept fucking playing. And new games today I get bored with really easily.
You finish them within like
I finished a game in like 2-3 days. I mean, I finished BioShock Infinite the day it came out. I mean, I enjoyed the game. The storyline and the gameplay was phenomenal, but I beat it in 9 hours.
That's a typical new game now. It's like 9 hours or 8, 9, maybe.
I probably got about 40 hours in every Final Fantasy game from 2 up to 9 a piece, I mean, I want that. Like, Skyrim was an awesome game until you beat all the main missions, and then it was just go through a dungeon, and...
It was repetitive.
But I never got to play the DLCs, which I heard were awesome. That's why I want to get it again.
I heard Dragonborn is probably one of the better DLCs because you can actually ride on a dragon.
But you can buy the whole pack now for $60 with all the DLCs.
That's not bad.
And if you price it, I think it's like $75 if you buy them all separate. So why not buy the whole pack?
Right, I hear
but that's the thing. I want a nice, long game. I don't want to be able to beat it in 2 days, 3 days. Like, Deadpool, I already feel like I'm a good chunk into, and I got it yesterday. Mm-hmm. I mean, I want something to last. That's why I kind of like the Xbox Live games, because a lot of them are hard. Like, State of Decay took me about 2.5 weeks to beat, because you're doing so much side stuff. You don't have time for the main mission, and you get 4 hours, 5 hours into the game, you're like, shit, I haven't done one mission, I mean, that's the kind of game I want to play. And hopefully we'll see that coming soon, because these new consoles, to me, look bad. I feel like they're going to tank. At least the Xbox is going to tank. PlayStation might be alright, but Xbox is going to be where fucking Nintendo is right now. And
I just don't see it lasting. I don't
not.
see it looking good. It just doesn't, like, who wants to buy a new console?
well, these systems are for recreational people. Hardcore gamers just want a fucking console that plays the game. I don't give a shit if I can tell my Xbox to turn on, show me porn, or fucking touch my butt. I just want to play the goddamn game. I just want it to open, play the game, shut off. That's it. I don't give two shits about the quality of fucking YouTube, Vudu, Hulu, fucking whatever on the goddamn system.
Well, Xbox is trying to do that full room spectrum. You ever see Star Trek in the hologram deck?
No.
Well, basically,
Yeah, I have an idea what you're talking about.
yeah.
Fucking hate
Basically, it's a they're trying to work towards that. You know, the gaming company are trying to work for, like, you can actually get up and interact with the game. And, you know, I appreciate what Xbox is doing, but you're right. I just want a console. I put it in a disc. I can play. Or if I wanted to, you know, exercise a little bit, maybe use the Wii U, but I can just go to the gym or use my weight set
Dude, the
at home.
Wii U is for fat people that don't want to go to the gym.
If I really wanted to get in control with my gaming and stuff like that, that's what the Wii is for. That's what Nintendo made it for, is to get up and do stuff with a controller. You know, I don't see my Xbox as that type of thing. I don't see my PlayStation as that type of thing.
No.
I see my Wii, my Nintendo system, as that.
I don't want to be standing and swinging a controller around my house like a fucking idiot. I just want to play the game. I mean, that's why I don't really play PC games, because I'm so accustomed to a controller ever since I was a kid. I mean, I have started playing League a little bit, but that's the only game I can pretty much play. Like, there's no way I could play WoW. I don't know what the fuck hotkeying is. I don't know half the lingo in any of these fucking games. I don't even want to know the lingo. I just want to play the fucking game, whether I played it right or not.
Also, too, back on the subject of, like, fun games, I like Metal Gear Revengeance. And the reason why...
you do.
I'm not kidding, guys. I have, like, 50 plus hours in that game.
He's probably got 10 in mine.
And probably 10 in this. So probably like 60 hours. I got one of the hardest achievements in that game because I was so dedicated. But it's so much fun. You know, like, that is a very enjoyable game that actually
I enjoyed
Shadow I very much enjoy.
I got you into that game.
Yeah, for a Metal Gear game, actually. You told me to play a demo. I was going to get it because, like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And then I downloaded a demo. It was phenomenal. You know, the whole idea... Platinum Games, yeah, who did the development for it that Konami gave it to. It was just phenomenal. I like it all around.
I really hope they work with them again.
Yeah, I'm pumped for Revengeance 2. I hope it comes out soon.
I'm right with you there. So, other than that, guys, our time is up. So, hope you enjoyed the video, and we're just gonna go around the room.
Jess.
And Ghost.
And Shadow, and if you didn't notice, I was the one that won. So suck it, bitches, and peace. Eat a dick.